It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. And I would like to know, Natalie, when maybe the studio arrived to you with the idea, with the proposal, which were your first thoughts about the idea of returning to this franchise, to Thor?
It was really Taika came over and brought the comic books where Jane turns into the mighty Thor, and it was kind of clear that I wanted to do it. He is someone I admire so much. I loved what he did with Ragnarok, and I was so excited to work with him. And then to also get to play a superhero was like, I don't know, there wasn't much to say no to there.
Yes, I got it. And how important is for you, portraying this character? Because in this last movie, we see her as a powerful girl, as a powerful woman. And I think it's a topic that it's very actual nowadays with all the things that we are watching all over the world about women, the powerful women.
It's a really exciting time to get to portray a superhero. I think because there's so many superheroes in the Marvel universe, in the film universe, that it feels like young people have a real ability to have their imagination of which one they want to be or what is possible for a woman to be, and that they can relate to someone based on their personality, not just like, oh, there's only one woman and so I guess that's me. And of course we have so many real life superheroes in the world that are female leaders now. So it's pretty incredible to get to live in a reality where we have incredible female leadership as well.
I would like to know if you can share with me the first time when you saw yourself characterized as Mighty Thor. What did you feel or think?
I just felt so lucky. I think the first time I wore the costume, it really sunk into me that I was getting to play a superhero. And I think I called Taika right away and I was just like, have I told you how grateful I am? This is the coolest thing ever.
Natalie, I want to know how was for you working, if you can go deep, how was for you working with Taika, also with Chris, with Tessa, with all the crew that was with you, that were with you?
Well, Taika is just incredible. He has this insistence on spontaneity. He really wants every take to be different, everything to be creating all the time, that you never do anything the same as you did it before. And that was just extraordinary. And he also just makes a really fun environment and a very friendly environment. So you feel very safe trying lots of crazy stuff. Chris is such a like deeply good person and he's so talented, and it's really amazing to have known him like 10 years ago, kind of before he was super well known, and just meeting his wife, and I was just meeting my husband, and now we're like 10 years later and he's like so successful. Our kids are playing together, running around, our spouses are working with each other as well, and it's just like an incredible thing to see him even a better human and more hardworking and like just as talented as ever, after all these years. And then Tessa, I was so lucky to work with on Annihilation before and be really close friends with, and we worked on Time's Up a lot together. And so to come onto set with a really good girlfriend was really, really lucky. And she had also done Thor Ragnarok with Chris and Taika, so she also was able to kind of like fill me in on the like essence of the creative process with them.
Talking about family, I want to know what did your kids, Alep and Amalia, if I'm not wrong,
Mhm.
what did they tell you when they knew that mommy is a superhero on screen?
Well, it was so fun to get to do something that they loved. I mean, they were just so excited to come to set. They were so excited for me to go to work. They're so excited now that the movie's coming out and they have the doll and the action figures. And, it's so rare. I feel like normally my kids are like, don't go to work, stay with us, mommy. And so to have something where they're like, this is the coolest. Thank you for doing this. Go, go, go. It's like, it's really a rare opportunity.
Yes, and Natalie, you have a big career. You have a lot of projects. prices, all of that stuff. So I want to know, how do you see right now? Because you have 28, almost 30 years in the industry working. How do you see yourself right now? You have directed, you have an Oscar. So how do you see yourself? What kind of woman we have here right now?
I still feel just like open and searching for new experiences and new challenges. And I feel so grateful for everything I've gotten to do and so lucky to keep doing it. I mean, we just have such a fun job. And I just like, I pinch myself every day that this is what I get to do.
Yeah, and talking about the soundtrack in this movie is amazing. You know, a lot of nostalgic. So I want to know, what do you think about Guns N' Roses soundtrack, and also which is your soundtrack, or maybe your bands, your favorite bands, and which could be your character soundtrack.
Well, I definitely was so I loved the soundtrack so much. I definitely had like Guns N' Roses folders when I was in elementary school, and it was definitely a kind of like blast from the past for me. Um, I feel like my kind of nostalgia years were really like kind of the girl bands from the 90s that like I was such a big fan of Juliana Hatfield and Veruca Salt and Hole and Liz Phair. I felt like there's a whole kind of like era of those kind of like grunge girl bands that I was and girl singers that I loved so much.
And talking about Jane's soundtrack, which could be maybe because she's a scientist.
Jane soundtrack. That's a great question. I think that she is probably maybe a little bit more listening to things like Bach or something that are like pretty mathematical and like let you kind of also be thinking about your science at the same time and not distracting you with words.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time. Mine is over. Good luck. You're an
Thanks.
amazing actress and director, and
Thank
good luck
you.
with all your projects.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.